wanted to talk about The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1. I was such a huge fan of Season 1 and of 400 Days, and I could not wait for Season 2 to be released, and in my opinion, Episode 1 absolutely did not disappoint. I will be including spoilers in this review and slash discussion-y type thing, so if you haven't played it, I'm really sorry. Please know it's good. Go play it right now, and then come back and watch the rest of this video. Okay, everybody gone who doesn't want spoilers? Here we go. Nicely enough, the episode starts with a recap of all your choices in Season 1, and I had actually forgotten that I let Clem go without shooting me, which surprised me, honestly. I could have sworn I made Clem shoot me, but I guess I didn't because it replayed it, and I was just like, oh, my little Clem. I guess I couldn't make her do it. So I really hope that Lee doesn't come back as a walker because I would hate for Clem to have to shoot him now. So this time around you're playing Clementine, which I'm really excited about. They actually teased it a lot, so it wasn't a surprise. We find out that Krista and Omid were the two people on the horizon, and Clem has teamed up with them. Krista is pregnant, and right off the bat, before you even get a title card, Omid dies in the bathroom of the truck stop. What? Oh my god, okay. There's so much to talk about just from that little bit. First of all, I have to say I love playing as Clementine. She is the best, even when she's making stupid remarks or lying and being kind of a kid. Oh my gosh, I love Clem. She is such a well-written character and well acted. I don't know, I feel like I'm usually annoyed by kids, but Clem is just so cute. How could you not love her? Especially when she's in the bathroom and the girl comes in and goes through Clem's stuff and asks for your hat. Fuck off! I was screaming at my television like, let me kill this bitch because it is on like Donkey Kong. If you're gonna steal Clem's hat, she's so little. How could you steal her hat? I was so happy when Krista shot that girl because I was not having anyone stealing Clem's supplies. Like, seriously. Oh, God, I was so mad. And then I was sad because Omid got shot. It was a lot of feels in the first 5 minutes of this game, and that's exactly how Walking Dead does it. I mean, Telltale tells such a good story. They tell it so well, and they introduce these characters that you fall in love with. And even though Krista and Omid weren't a huge part of Season 1 for me, I didn't really focus on them. I was happy Clem had people that she knew to stay with, and now, fuck, Krista's gone. We didn't get any explanation of where the baby went. It was just kind of a cut to you know, a few, like 10 or 12 or 16 months later or whatever, no baby, so I'm assuming that didn't work out. When I played as Lee, I made mostly aggressive choices. I was very like, screw you, we're doing this, I hate that guy, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't always mean. I tried to ride the line a little bit, but I definitely like erred on the side of a little bit meaner. For Clem, I do try to ride the line on the side of a little bit more sympathetic, mostly because I think it's going to be important as the season goes on to make people really like Clem, and then when I have to, making like really cutthroat decisions. It's a little bit more manipulative, but I think it'll be important for Clem. I really liked how gritty this episode was. We had to stitch up Clem's arm, which was hard to listen to and watch. We had to kill a puppy. I guess you didn't have to kill the puppy. There were big decisions in this episode that were hard to make. The first major choice in this episode is whether to help Krista when she's attacked or sneak away. I chose to try and help Krista. It didn't really help me in the long run, but I did try just in case something would help. Second big decision being whether or not you kill the dog. Now, I have to say, I was excited to have a dog companion. I did choose to feed the dog, like share my beans with the dog, and then when it bit me, oh, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. And then I kind of felt like, well, it means hungry too. I mean, we're not gonna be friends, but I'm not super mad at it. And then it got shot by the arrows, and I was mad at it, but I didn't want it to suffer. So I killed the dog. I chose to end the dog's suffering. I felt really bad about it. I had to pause the game and give Penny a hug because I felt really bad about it. Also, she was giving me this weird look and I felt like she was judging me. One of the decisions that they didn't put up in the end bar graph that I think will be a big deal is the watch inside the house. I chose not to steal the watch because I thought that it would tip people off to Clem. I wasn't aware that Clem was going to go back into the house, so I thought if I stole the watch they would catch her and it would be like a, now we're really gonna get you. So I chose to leave the watch, and actually I haven't met somebody yet who did take the watch. So I hope if you guys take the watch and it comes back, let me know what happens. The other two big choices that were in this episode that I made were whether or not to give the dying guy water. He was one of the guys who attacked Krista, so I'm not giving that motherfucker anything. And it was a very, very minority choice. I was like 30.8 when I played, and me were the people who decided to be like, fuck that guy. He didn't give you any information if you wasted water on him, so I don't feel bad about it at all. And I chose the old man over the reckless kid at the very end. It's the only choice in this episode I don't feel 100% about. I was talking to Steve about it today, and Steve did bring up a good point that it looked like he'd been bitten on his ankle, but I don't know, he just said he only fell and he wasn't bit, so I just felt like he had a more level head on his shoulders, and that he was mature enough to say, I've been bitten. If he was actually bit by a zombie, I think he would have shouted it out, but I just felt like the young kid was too reckless. He's the asshole who put me in the shed, basically, and even though he apologized, he can get bent. We did see in the preview for next week that Clem says, I thought you were dead. I'm hoping that's to Krista, but I have a feeling that's too obvious for Telltale, and they're gonna go with some other character from season 1 that we could bring back, but for the life of me, the only person I can think that they could bring back is Kenny. And I hope it's Kenny. We didn't really see Kenny die. We heard a lot of screaming and we knew there were a hell of a lot of walkers around him, but we didn't see Kenny die. So I hope he comes back and is able to act as a father figure to Clem. So all in all, I love this episode. I saw a couple people online saying things like it didn't live up to season 1, or they were a little disappointed it was a slow start, things like that, but for the life of me, I can't understand that. Like, I think it was a fantastic start to the season. I cannot wait for more episodes. The only little tiny critique I had was some of the walking sequences. It would be like, Clem's gonna check out this object. Meet, ma, meet, ma, me, and it would like glitch over to the object. Just tiny little polish things. I also had a lot of long wait times, like load screens, and sometimes they would cut into conversation decisions, like it would stutter, and then the conversation decision would come up and I'd have half the bar left. You already have like 4 seconds, so I'd be like, X! And just hope for the best. I absolutely loved this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying playing it too, and I'll be doing recaps either here or on SourceFed Nerd for every single episode in the season. Fantastic job, Telltale, and tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll also be doing that rant video I promised next week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!